The right of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or any state on account of sex. By the time the 19th Amendment was passed, 30 states allowed women to vote, but not all states. So that was why it was essential that it be done at the federal level. The National Woman Suffrage Association was founded in the late 1860s by Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony. At the same time, the American Women's Suffrage Association with Julia Ward Howe and Lucy Stone was formed, and so those two groups began to work all around the country, educating people and getting people to understand that it was women's turn for women's suffrage. One of the things that has always been compelling about this story for me is how so many people worked so long and so hard for 72 years to get women the right to vote, and many of those women did not live to see it happen.
In the early 50s, attempts had already been made to secure the right to vote, to secure, when I say secure it, what I mean is that we had the right to vote, we weren't allowed to exercise it. As Dr. King came into the movement, it was really critical to encourage people to take these terrible risks to vote. And they did. Sharecroppers, middle-class folks, poor folks, black folks took their lives in their hands to exercise the vote. The passage of the Voting Rights Act was so critical to the African American community because you have to understand that after slavery, and because of slavery, we outnumbered white people in most southern towns. And you see, so suppressing the vote was really critical to controlling the vote. It is important to not only have the legislation, but to also have the public will to see that it is carried forth. So we have not only the law, but the spirit and the intent of the law.
The fact that the majority feels that certain people shouldn't have certain rights has almost always been a black eye on our nation's history. And history has always borne out that we are better off expanding the franchise. We are better off having more Americans participating in the entire process. So we're all representative, we're all self-determinative, we're all part of the political process. And so when we look at popular statistics and say, well, more people want it than don't, well, when more people aren't impacted than don't, not sure that that is the best test for eliminating rights for individuals, to undermining the rights of the minority.